Hi, everybody. Good day. Hope this finds you well. For purposes of what I've been talking about, I like to define religion. What is religion to you? Religion to me, yeah, is man's efforts to please God. Okay, so religion is like all the outward stuff that we do to gain God's approval, God's blessings. So religion, for me, is all about following a bunch of rules and regulations, and looking in a particular way, speaking in a particular way, conducting oneself in a particular way to gain God's approval. And religion has a tendency, that spirit of religion has a tendency of comparing oneself with others and looking down on others and thinking, thank God, at least, we don't always like voice it out. Religious people will not always like voice it out, but internally they'll be like, at least I'm better than this one. And remember the story that Jesus told of the tax collector and the Pharisee. The Pharisee was this big religious leader, right? And the Pharisee was somebody who was cheating others. He was like a thief. Okay, he worked for a particular tax organization. Okay, so this tax collector who saw himself to be a sinner went to God in prayer and said, God, I'm a sinner. I'm a sinner. I acknowledge that. I'm a bad person. Forgive me. You know, there's nothing I can do that would make my sins right. There's nothing I could do on my own. But you just forgive me. The religious guy, the Pharisee, said, God, thank you that I'm not like this tax collector. I fast this number of times in a week. I pray this number of times. I'm good, I'm calm, this, of that. It was all about exalting himself and praising himself. And Jesus said, of the two, who would receive God's approval? Obviously, the guy that saw himself to be a sinner, because after all, the Bible says that for all have sinned, and he who says there's not sin in him makes God out to be a liar, because no one is perfect, nobody's righteous. So religion is all about doing stuff to please God, to reach out to God. But the faith that we encourage, the Christianity that we encourage is all about God reaching out to us. For when we were yet sinners, Christ died for us. God did not wait for us to become perfect, to become righteous before he reached out his love to us. He didn't. So that's a big difference. We can never win God's approval. We can never meet God's standards by trying to do things in our own power. But God first loved us, and in appreciation, we reach out to him, and we honor him with our lives. And he gives us the power to overcome sin. So that's a big difference, yeah, between having faith in God and practicing religion. I hope this helps. Thank you.